Yeah, that's a challenge as well for the whole defense. But he also does a great job of scrambling and then finding open receivers. So it'll take a great deal of discipline in the secondary to understand that it's not our job to contain the quarterback when he decides to run, that we have to do a great job in coverage because, like we talked about, they have a great group of receivers. And we, as secondary players, we can't deal with the quarterback moving in and out of the pocket. We have to continue to do our job and stay in coverage and give the defensive front an opportunity to get to him because the coverage is such in a tight way.
We got to do everything we can to kind of keep him in the pocket if we can. The great ones they find ways to escape the pocket. And so we just have to be really, really good at playing hard. I know they go fast and make it hard for you to substitute, but we got to play hard. We got to play with great effort, and we got to do everything we can to contain them.
I think that you have to allow guys to rush, and if you have to, it's a balance. I mean, it's going to be. Those are all things. Those are good questions as you go, but you say as you get into the game, you got to be able to adjust that. You got to say, okay, here's our plan if he is scrambling, okay, but here's our plan if we can't play man on. Wallace out there. Okay, here, what's your plan if you can't play man on Wallace and he's scrambling? Okay, what's your plan if you can't, stop the run? And then, it's all those different facets. So as the game goes, you got to see where you're at. It's a hard thing to say pregame. You have a plan to say, okay, hey, here's what we're going to do if we can't keep him in the pocket. Okay, but then that's going to stress you someplace else. Here's the plan if we can play man, give a guy help, and we're matching up on everybody else. Good. Okay, good. Then we got a plan to keep him in the pocket. If how many things are hitting you at the same time, and sometimes you got to give. There might be a time where you say, "Listen, we got to take away Wallace, and we got to take away. We got to do something. And if he scrambles, we got to hope that we come out as coverage and catch him. It's a gambling game. Whatever you do, it's hard to say, hey, we're going to contain this dude and put a spy on him, and then still be good to everything else. So it's gonna, and we're gonna rotate it around. There's gonna be stress rotating during the game, and if they choose right every time, we might look silly, and if we choose right every time, we'll look great. I'm sure somewhere in between it'll be the truth.